Here's an example of homework A.4, solving equations. Don't start this until you're ready to start it. You got 1 hour to get it done. Given that it's a homework, you can repeat it in case the timer runs out. No partial credit for incorrect answers. Make sure you review your results immediately after completing the homework. And questions about the grading should be emailed to me as soon as possible. So if we're looking to solve this problem here, we have 5 times x is equal to 65.5. On the left side of the equation here, we want to get the x by itself. So to get rid of that 5, since the 5 and the x are being multiplied together, to get rid of the 5, we have to divide this side by 5. When we do that, these 5s are going to cancel, leaving you with just the x. All right. Now, we're not done yet because we still have, since we divided the left side by 5, we also then have to divide the right side by 5. And then we're going to grab our calculator and do this on our calculator. So to do this, on the right hand or on the left hand side, we have x, right? And then to do the calculation on the right, 65.5 divided by 5 on our calculator. So 65.5 divided by 5 gives us 13.1. Do note that there are no directives to round, so don't round. We have to leave that as 13.1, which is 13.1 in the box. Don't try to put x equals because the extra verbiage will mark it wrong. Just put the number in the box. Number 2, we're going to solve 4n minus 27 equals 21. 4n minus 27 equals 21. So on the left side here, we want to get that n by itself. So the first thing we're going to have to do is we do the order of operations backwards. Since in building this, the multiplication of 4 times n came first, and then 27 was subtracted from the result. So to undo that, we need to start by adding 27 to the left-hand side. Now, when we do that, when we add 27 here, what happens? The 27s, the plus and the minus 27s are gone. And then we're going to be left with 4n. Now, since we added 27 to the left side, we then also have to add 27 to the right side of the equation. So when we add on this side here, we get 48. But more importantly, since we did the same thing to both sides of the equation, this equation is back to being balanced, and I can put that equal sign between them. Now to solve our 4n equals 48, to get the n by itself, we have to divide the left side here by 4. And when we do that, these 4s cancel. That's going to leave me with n on the left. But since I divided this side by 4 here. To get the equation back to being balanced, I have to divide this side by 4 over here. And then since I do the same thing on both sides, I can put the equal sign back in the equation, but more specifically, I'm going to have n is equal to 48 divided by 4, which on most days is known as 12. So in our box over here, put 12 in the box. Number 3, we're going to go through the same process. We have 5x plus 17 is equal to 67. So on the left side, we want to get the x by itself. So we need to start by taking and getting rid of that minus, or getting rid of that plus 17 by doing minus 17. When we do minus 17 on the left side here, that means these guys here are going to go away because that's why we picked the minus 17. And that's going to leave us 5x on the left. But since I subtracted 17 from the left side, I then also have to subtract 17 from the right side. And when I subtract 17 from this side, 67 minus 17 is 50. But more importantly, I can put the equal sign back to be in between these two. So then I have 5x equals 50. To solve this, I have to divide this side by 5. And when I divide the left side by 5, what happens? These 5s cancel. And since I divided the left side by 5, then I have to divide the right side by 5. So divide this side by 5 as well. And then I'm going to end up with x is equal to 50 divided by 5, which is 10. Number 4, x minus 15 is equal to 30. To get the x by itself on this side here, since I have minus 15, to undo that, I have to do plus 15 on the left-hand side. And when I do plus 15, these guys go away, which is exactly why I chose 15. But since I did 15 on this side, I have to repeat that process and do 15 on this side. So plus 15. And when I add those together, I'm going to find x all by its lonesome on the left is equal to 45. So I put 45 in the box. The next page here, number 5, says 2y minus 23 equals 74. To get the 2y by itself, the first thing I have to do is add 23. When I add 23 on the left, clean that up a little bit, right? So that plus 23 takes out that minus 23, which is going to leave me with just 2y on the right-hand side or left-hand side. And since I added 23 to this side, I have to add 23 to this side. So plus 23. 72 plus 23 is 97. And since I did the same thing to both sides, I can put the equal sign back between them. And then when I'm solving, 2y is equal to 97. To get the y by itself, I have to divide the left side by 2. And when I do that, the 2's cancel. Since I divided the left side by 2, I must also divide the right side by 2. And I'll be left with y is equal to 97 divided by 2. Grab my calculator, 48.5. State your answer as a decimal, not a fraction, but there is no directive to round, so I stop at 48.5. Two y minus 11 equals 63. I begin by adding 11 to the left-hand side. I specifically choose 11 because when I do that, then I can get rid of the minus 11 and the plus 11. That'll leave me with 2y on this side. But since I added 11 to the left side, I then have to add 11 to the right side. (63 plus 11 is 74. And since I did the same thing to both sides of the equation, I can put the equal sign in here. Now I have 2y is 74. I'm going to divide the left side by 2. And I'm also going to divide the right side by 2. On the left side, these 2's are going to cancel. And on the right side, I have 74 divided by 2. So y is 74 divided by 2. Which is 37. Number 7 here, I have x plus 26 is equal to 21. I want to get the x by itself here. So to get that x by itself, to undo the plus 26, I have to do a minus 26. And when I do minus 26 on the left side, that means these guys are going to go away. And I'll be left with x. And since I did minus 26 on the left, I then have to do minus 26 on the right. Now, 21 minus 26, be careful on your calculator. So if you have $21 in your checking account and you take out 26, that means your balance here is -5. That one's a little tricky because it has a negative sign in it. All right. So x is equal to -5. So in this box here, just put the minus sign and the 5. Don't put a space between them. Just like spelling, if you were going to spell a word, you stick a space in the middle of it, it's misspelled. So if you have a negative number, do not put spaces between the negative sign and the number. Few more. 10x minus 8 equals 45. Notice that this one right here, there's an added instruction. We have to round to the nearest tenth. All right. So let's see if that comes into play here. So we start with 10x minus 8 is equal to 45. We want to get the x by itself. So the first thing we have to do is get rid of this minus 8 here. We do that by doing plus 8. When I do plus 8 on this side, right, I'm going to be left with 10x because these 8's go away. Since I did plus 8 on this side, I better do plus 8 on the right side here. $45 plus 8 is 53. These two sides are equal. Right. Then if I want to solve 10x equals 53, to get the x by itself, I have to divide the left side by 10. And when I do that, those 10s are going to cancel. But since I divided this side by 10 here, then I also have to divide this side by 10 over here. So divide this side by 10. So that gives us x is 53 divided by 10, which is 5.3. Now that one is rounded to the nearest hundredth here. What comes after the 3 is a 0, which will tell us to round down, right, to 5.3. So that won't change anything. So in our box, 5.3. Number 9. Here's another one that says round to the 10th, so we got to be careful with that one, right? $10x plus 7 is equal to 47. By now, you've seen the pattern. We have to get rid of this plus 7 over here first. We do that by doing minus 7. right? So minus 7 on the left will make the 7's go away, which is why we chose minus 7, right? So what's left over here is 10x. But since I subtracted 7 from this side, I then have to subtract 7 from this side. So minus 7. So 47 minus 7 is better known as 40. And because I did the same thing to both sides, I can put the equal sign between them. Now when I have 10x equals 40, I divide the left side by 10. I'm also going to divide the right side by 10. On the left side, those 10's go away, which is what I wanted, right? So x is equal to 40 divided by 10. 40 divided by 10, which is better known as 4. No rounding on that one at all. Even though the instructions say rounded a tenth, we probably should put 0.0 here, but that won't change the answer. Okay. I like the 0.0 because that puts the last digit of the number in the tenths place. If I just put 4 there, it would not be marked wrong. Well, one more, and then we'll call it a day. So 5n minus 13 is equal to 12. We want to get the 5n by itself, so we have to get rid of that 13 first. So put a plus 13 on the left. Clean that up. You're going to be left with 5n on the left, right? Because these 13s went away. But since I put plus 13 on the left, I also have to put plus 13 on the right. Well, plus 13 is 25. And because I did the same thing to both sides, my equation is balanced. 5n is equal to 25. Divide the left side by 5. That'll make those 5's cancel. Divide the right side by 5. And I'm going to be left with n is equal to 25 divided by 5, which is 5. All right, there's our 10 questions. Do the homework as many times as you can to get the practice down. Make sure you go through your graded work. If you have questions, any work you can show me would help me find your mistakes. I'd be more than happy to go through them with you. Get a hold of me right away if you have questions.